Hey KEG Racing fans, here we are for race 1 in Bahrain and we could not be more excited. We have a new driver with us with Jehan Darualva, replacing Marcus Armstrong. He boasts a pretty good record there in F2, so we're glad to have him on board, and unfortunately Marcus couldn't stay with us for this season. We wish him all the best. He did fairly well, beating Al head-to-head last season. This season we're all about trying to get those constructor and driver titles back that we lost after last season. Wasn't our best season, and now we're wanting to make sure we get it all back. So it's a redemption season for us here. That's what we're all about, and that's what we want to do starting off with this race. So let's get into the team briefing and see what we did. Alright, so take a look at the strategy. We will toggle that. Back 9. Why would we maybe no, I don't want another one. Remove stint. What the hell? What is it? Degradation's crazy there. Maybe we're better off, yeah, and then guess we just stick with it, to be honest, but it doesn't look like we make it to the end either way the way we race, so well, let's do it. We'll try it. Let's go.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Kyle lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, Norris, Darualva, Fernando Alonso, Russell, Leclerc, Perez, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Stroll, Magnussen, Gasly, Hülkenberg, Joe, Ocon, Bottas, Albon, and Logan Sargent. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
And off we go for the first race of Season 5, taken off in front of Verstappen. He goes off to block off Hamilton or Russell, it looks like, as Sainz pops in the second spot behind us. And we turn the first corner slowly, a bit of bargy in the back behind us there, and it looks like Hamilton, that Verstappen was trying to defend from, gets into second place. Sainz settles in third, Verstappen there at fourth, as we have done well over the off season with our car, and we just zoom off on people. We're about a second ahead already as we come through all these chicanes and continue to just put some distance behind us. Now, like I said, if we find that we're smashing the competition too much, we will be upping the difficulty as we go along. So if this is what happens this time, then we will change it. As again, we find ourselves pulling out on Sainz and Hamilton, 2 seconds behind third place, in front of third place, sorry. Verstappen and Leclerc bring up fourth and fifth. And we are now pulling comfortably out on Hamilton. Looks like the difference is we'll need to change a few things. I made a claim that maybe we hadn't won a season opener, but I'd have to go check it. We might have won one.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Not great into that first corner. Struggled that all through practice and qualifying. And this is the next corner we seem to struggle with, but we're still 3 seconds out on the nearest. So yeah, there will be definitely a bit of a change to the difficulty level as we go forward.
Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
judging how close qualifying was, I thought we'd had it. So there you go. Away we go again, nearly 4 seconds out on Science, who's the closest one behind us. So might not be that much of an interesting race for the season opener. It was kind of hoping it would be. When we get to season 5, we'll check lap 5. We'll check on where our teammate in Darualva is. Unfortunately, we couldn't retain Marcus Armstrong, and we had to go with the new driver, who qualifying in at 7th was not too bad. Bottas out of the session. Wonder what's going on there. Any yellow flag for it? Does not look like it. All right, well, we'll take a look at what happened to that now. And hopefully we'll be seeing exactly what happened, whether it was a crash, which I think it might be. I can't imagine you having engine troubles at the beginning of the season already. So maybe he's hit something and away we go as Leclerc takes Verstappen. It's a bit of a battle there between 3 of them, it looks like there. Hamilton dropped back down. So who knows what's happening at the back there. As we just put some more distance between us and the pack. Okay. So not much for us to do besides have a look behind us there at the battles that are all happening there and just making sure we continue to nail our lines, which, I mean, yes, I'm using the line to tell me where to go because I cannot get the braking points. I don't really need it for the straights or anything, but the braking points are what kill me. I've tried all off season. I was practicing trying to do it without it, and it's not any good. So we still retain our overtake and continue to push. Lap 9 for a pit. Bad on that corner there as our left 2 wheels are not doing too great. Now, Ferrari were the team that gave us a bit of a push last year in season 4, and we only just beat them towards the end of the year for spot, the constructors, which was 4th, with Mercedes taking it out for us and Verstappen being the world champion in our world in this thing. So a few changes to the drivers as well. Fernando Alonso comes out of retirement. He retired in season 4. Come back to join Aston Martin again as Stroll retains his spot for like a 5th year running. Sargent, who was in that seat where Fernando took over, is now gone back to Williams and kicked out Liam Lawson, who was in Williams last year for us in that. So a couple of changes. Also, if you count the Marcus Armstrong one, then 3 or 4 changes to happen throughout the whole year, which was exciting for the off season, I guess. But we continue to, Jesus Christ, and just work out with the rookies there. Mr. Darualva does well here. Well, he can definitely stay on next year, but we can always look for talent in other teams if we need to. So we'll find out what will happen as the year goes on. Talking about it now, it's only race 1. Speaking about our teammate.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
Ball sacks, I missed it. Give me a sec to get around to somewhere where I can do it. I've missed racing it, but we're definitely going to have to up the difficulty level if we're smashing them by 7 seconds. Not great from us there. Alright.
Okay, race, we're leading our teammate by 12.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in 10th place. And the time last lap, 1 minute 36.1.
So not too bad. He stays in the points at the moment. He's dropped down from 7th though, but we'll see what he can do. It's only early on still in this race. As it looks like Verstappen and Hamilton, Leclerc and Sainz going backwards from that order, 5th, 4th, 3rd and 2nd. Aren't really all that close anymore. Verstappen and Hamilton still battling it out. Sainz and Leclerc are a couple of seconds ahead, which is good for Ferrari, I suppose, getting maximum points there. They will jump to the top of the constructors as it stands at the moment. But we will see how it goes along with the season. As we come around the 3rd corner. Grips on the tyre seems to be going alright so far, even though we could see that the left-hand side of our tyres was getting ridiculously degraded. Jesus. It's nearly time to head on out. We might need to reduce how much we're turning and speeding into corners a little bit. We've got enough the time behind us to do it. Just to get ourselves through to our actual pit stop and get those mediums on.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
That's 2 laps to go for it. All right. As long as we don't spin out or anything here, we should be right. Not going to have help this much. Gonna pick up a puncture if we're not careful, that's for sure. Sorry. Oh shit, totally mucked up that line. A little bit of a brain fade there, but Sainz Leclerc take up 2nd and 3rd. Verstappen is settled in 4th, 3 seconds ahead of Hamilton in 5th, and still chasing those Ferraris for a better spot. Ferraris are 10 seconds behind us from 2nd, and we are just cruising along. At the moment, the top 5 sort of rundown. Our best time is a 1:32.9, which seems to have gotten us the fastest lap so far. Sainz pitting on lap 8. See how that works for him. Verstappen moves up to 3rd. Alonso sitting in 5th. Well, that's good to see. I mean, I'd much rather see my teammate, but seeing Alonso there is good too. And he's not far behind Hamilton, so those last few were not too far away from each other at all. So I wonder how close the other person is behind Hamilton then. Sorry, Alonso. Staying on track. Pushing on our tyres here. They're going to start getting a bit slippery and stuff in a minute, I'd imagine. Feel like it's getting harder and harder to maintain on the line. Next is the lap we pit.
In this lap, push now.
Oh, not paying any attention. Brain fading again. Could have been the end of our race right there. McClure going into pit. Perez staying out. He goes up into second. Darualva going up into third, but he's still got to pit himself, unless he already has. He's on mediums. I'm not sure what he started on. Russell fourth. Sonoda up in fifth, so he's having not a bad start to this season either.
Use your overtake button.
I would imagine Darualva is going to come up into this, into first if he hasn't pitted then. Or if he has pitted even too, because Perez hasn't pitted. We might pull two out and fire in front, so I really am going to look at the difficulty level on that.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
Too fast into the corner. Here we go, off to pit. Alright, in we go. Just in time with these tyres, I think. So taking a quick look at it, Perez, Darualva, Russell and Sonoda make up the top 5 behind us. What's Perez going to do?
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect.
Doesn't look like Perez is pitted. He's pitted and Darualva's pitted, so no. Not as good as I was hoping he was doing.
In for his stop now. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Don't know what's happened to the other guys. Verstappen and all that. 19 seconds. Hulkenberg, Magnussen and Sainz is on the hard. That the proper way to have gone, I don't know. We're on the mediums. It's a riskier challenge, I guess. But I'm going to stick with it. This is where I feel like Darualva was better off going on the mediums to hards to begin with, swapping to the softs. No, not the softs, the mediums. Oh, managed to save it. Hulkenberg up in second. Haas sitting up in second and fourth, which is random. Oh. Too busy looking at the scoreboard instead of paying attention to what I'm doing. Halfway through this race, we hold a 11-second lead, which is amazing. I can't hear, buddy. What's up? Yeah, I'm recording. No, I can't. Too much into that first corner. A few mistakes creeping in now. Alright. Oh, a few mistakes starting to creep in here, but we've got the time and allowances to do it at the moment. Charles Leclerc out of the session. What has happened there? No flag for him by the looks of it. Alright, that's another one we'll take a look at. Wonder what's happened. I've got a feeling it's a crash. Now, if you're seeing the recording on YouTube, then you'll know that it is whatever it is, but I'm guessing now the fact that I can't see it, that's what's happened. So, 2 out, 2 DNFs in the first race of this season. Ferrari, who were looking like they were doing pretty damn well at the start of this race, have now got one driver out. So whatever happens from here, if the Haas's manage to keep themselves where they are, they'll be high up on the constructors for the first part of this season, or first race of this season. Let's see how they go with the rest of the race. They look like they're falling behind Verstappen there, but that's okay. The next lap, lap 15, we'll check to see where our teammate's doing. It's pretty crazy that we've had 2 DNFs here, so interesting to see what occurred. I feel like our tyre grip has kicked in. A bit heavy into that one, but we're doing alright. Piastri has snuck his way up in the 5th spot, overtaking, I think it's Magnussen. And hunting down Hülkenberg. I'd imagine the McLaren will get those guys. And push his way to chase Verstappen, who's 3 seconds ahead of the Moth. Sainz 15 behind us, Verstappen chasing him in 3rd. Brings up the podium places there. And we continue on with what we've been doing as we set the fastest lap at 1:32.9. As Piastri makes the move on Hülkenberg, and now we'll start the arduous task of chasing down Verstappen as Norris takes over the Haas as well. And he is 2nd behind his own teammate, so they're staying together. As we continue to do what we're doing, it seems to be working. Not a hell of a lot to be talking about now, as we can't see what's happening behind us. If I had more time, I could make these races that go on YouTube more interesting, but I don't have that kind of time, unfortunately. As Piastri and Norris catching Verstappen slowly. I'm not even sure where Perez has got to this point. Alright, next lap we'll check to see where our teammate's gone. Verstappen caught up to Sainz all in a hurry and overtakes him. Gets to 2nd as Norris and Piastri now are fighting for their positions. A lot going on behind us. You'd think that the McLarens would work their shit out and stop fighting each other right now. Like, as much as I love Piastri, you'd imagine that if Norris is faster, let him through, especially right now. Alright, Norris and Piastri still pretty close behind each other. Verstappen taking over Sainz, pulling out on that one as Sainz, something's happened there. It's spin out or something like that. He drops tumbling down Perez moves up into 5th. Verstappen is now 2nd. Norris is 3rd. Piastri is 4th. So I wonder what's happened to both Ferraris there. Well, got distracted by that, but we'll try and see what our teammate's doing.
Gap to your teammate behind, 27.7 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. They're 8th.
Oh, nice.
Last lap, 1:34.8.
8th is not too bad. I'll feel the wheels now. I'll check them sec. Yeah. It's alright. 5 laps to go. We don't have to push that hard. But away we are. So now Red Bull hold the 2nd place with Verstappen and 5th with Perez. Norris and Piastri hold 3rd and 4th with us bringing up top spot. 19 seconds between us and 2nd. So if we just try and work these tyres a bit better at the moment, we should make it to the end of this without too much slipping and sliding. Norris and Piastri pretty close behind each other, and it looks like Perez is 3 seconds behind. I would love to know what happened to, was it Sainz there? Because he was flying along and now all of a sudden he's had to change, like something happened. But we'll find out, I suppose, after the fact. We're not long left for this race now. If we can keep our cool and keep doing what we're doing, this is a win for us and start off the season with a big bang. Alright, it's down this straight now as we take a quick look behind us. Norris Piastri are caught back up to each other again. It looks like Piastri's had a bit of a wobble or something and he's fallen back behind. Verstappen still 18 seconds behind us. Perez 27 to us as well. Sitting in 5th, Perez is. He's not doing too great. Our teammate last time we checked was sitting 8th at around about the same distance between us as Perez is. So there is a chance that hopefully with some good driving he can actually manage to continue to gain some places. Give me 2 seconds and we'll keep going. Tyres aren't doing too bad. Front right's probably the best out of a lot. And are continuing to push on. I always get paranoid my microphone's off. I think that was on. I have to check it when I'm actually on a straight. Be pretty funny if it's not. Nearly at the end. Alright. Yeah, we're alright. Ooh. See that little snap there? Tyres are just struggling a bit.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
This is definitely going to be a revisement of the difficulty level. This is a little too ridiculous. It's right, we'll find the right balance. Three laps to go. Just keep doing what we're doing. Two-stop strategy seems to be the way to go, to be honest. We could have done that. So yeah, as we pull out 20 seconds on Verstappen, again on that corner we sort of slide around it. 24 between us and Norris, 25 for Piastri and 28 for Perez there. We'll check on our last lap as we go down one of the straights where our teammate is, just to get an idea of what kind of points we're getting. But not too bad considering Jehan's a rookie and he's hopefully in the top 10 because that would be really good for us. 2 laps to go. Not bad through all this. We're going to Grand Slam this. If we win and get the fastest lap, as long as no one else takes that fastest lap from us, we're fastest in everything, every session, and first in the race and first to qualifying and pole. So it's got to maintain our concentration. Only got a couple of laps left. No snap around there this time, which is nice. Real hard on the left-hand side of my car there.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 30.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They're 8th.
Still 8th, nice.
1 minute 34.7. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
And away we go with it. Not much to really talk about here, as we're nowhere near close enough or anything, so. So we come around the final corners there. 20 seconds in front of Verstappen, 25 in front of Norris and Piastri, who are a second apart, and 4 seconds between Piastri and Perez. Making up the top 5. I'm assuming Alonso's somewhere amongst in there. I can't wait to see what happened to the Ferrari guys. So we'll have a look, and then whoever else is the one that got booted out too. So we'll see as we look like we're struggling for any kind of fuel.
Nice one. Very lovely drive. On to the next one.
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
That's a fantastic team effort then to secure victory here in the desert.
Well, you're always unsure of the competition and what your opponents have been able to do in the off-season, Crofty, but They've come here today, they've delivered the performance that you dream about, and wow, did they make that car sing today. Really impressive stuff.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
Well, we couldn't ask for a better start. Number 1 there with the fastest lap puts us on top of the table for the drivers' standings, with Darualva being there in 8th, and we're topping the constructors' standings. Obviously, understanding that it is only just the first race, but what more could we possibly want from this? It has been a pretty boring race for us there, with most of everything happening behind us. A few, I guess, crashes, and somehow engine troubles in the first race, which you wouldn't have really expected, honestly, in the first race, but that's what happened, and unfortunately for them, that's just how their races went, but we managed to storm ahead. Darualva coming in for points for his first race in F1 is amazing and really bodes well. He's picking up where Marcus Armstrong sort of left off, and continuing to keep us in the points. So if he can continue that sort of form all this season, we could have this in the bag. Who knows? Al racing away and coming in first by at least 20 seconds was phenomenal. It shows us that it was sort of the form that he was in when we did win his championship a couple of seasons ago. Now we're just wanting to do it again. So thank you very much for joining us today. I really appreciate everyone watching. Make sure that you follow us live on Twitch to see all the races, on Instagram for updates, and on TikTok to see the highlights when they drop, and full race replays will obviously be up on YouTube, seeing as you're watching it from here. So we'll be doing that as the season goes on. Thank you very much for watching this one once again, guys, and we can't wait to see you in Saudi Arabia.
PlayStation